welcome back to the Marked Ones. Last session, the party fought the Jotun Brothers captain Foldrick and his two associates, and have successfully, finally, liberated Myrka. Today we restart in the aftermath of all of that. So, where would we like to start off today?
Who was first?
You guys never decided. What do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna help people rebuild and help the relief effort after siege and city takeover.
Alrighty.
will help.
So you thinking more manual labor? What are you thinking?
Yeah, more manual labor. It's kind of my fault that this all happened, so.
Alrighty. Your help is gladly accepted by the townsfolk, and they quickly put you both to work, rebuilding several houses that were destroyed in the chaos, and reinforcing city defenses as well. Who is next?
How did the medical tent go?
Medical tent is doing swimmingly. You were surprised how few people were in critical need of medical assistance. Most people come in with just, scrapes and bruises, purely just to check over, but everyone's looking pretty well there. There are a couple of people who come in with a couple of broken bones and things like that, but setting those and putting splints is fairly easy enough. You are kept very busy throughout the whole day, though, and by the time nightfall hits, you are pretty ready to drop.
Yep. I think I will probably just sleep in the medical tent.
Mm-hmm.
And just keep an eye on everyone, wake up every few hours. Do the usual moon prayers.
Sure. Anyone else?
We didn't need to roll anything for helping fix and do manual labor or anything.
If you want, you can roll me a couple of athletics checks.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt, would it, though?
22.
Yeah, Tarvis, you had a very successful day carrying wooden beams to and from places and getting them all secured.
Ooh.
I
Xander,
rolled a 9.
on the other hand,
Look, he's recovering from almost dying. You gotta cut him some slack.
you go to pick up the first beam and you feel something click in your back and you're like, maybe I should stick to just hammering nails into beams.
Bruh. The strongest dude been limited to light duties.
Look, injury really hits hard, man, you know?
Yeah, certainly does.
Just confirming, this is over a span of a day, right? So we're only staying for like a day.
I'll say it's 2 days. Yep, you go.
So do we want to do something for dinner? Like all get together as a group?
We should.
I mean, I think it'd be pretty fun to hang out. Var's just gonna go around all day, and he's just kind of handing out food and stuff. He knows he's just getting things prepared for a big feast for everyone again. But as he's coming around, he just goes, "Hey guys, just make sure that you guys stay back at the kitchen afterwards. We might hang out for a little bit, get to debrief about our days."
Roger, sounds good, mate.
I'm sure I can get one of the townspeople to look over the injured.
Hell yeah. I'm keen. And then Vareth just trots off.
While this is all going down, Umbra is going to go speak to Terrence about finding a herbalist or healer to learn more about non-magical healing. He's also going to start helping with fortifications around the city using his druidic magic to reinforce certain structures, etc. And he's going to pray a little bit to Frangipania to seek forgiveness for his actions over the past few months. He feels like there's been a bit of an imbalance between the lives he's taken and the lives he's helped. Now, Zoldan, we haven't heard from you. Is there anything in particular you'd like to be doing?
I've got no real things I need to be doing. I feel like, as far as I'm concerned, everything is up to date and everything at the moment.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Celadrin?
I'm pretty much good as well. I don't have that much to do right now.
Yeah. And finally, Darren, Mr. Bardman.
Hello, Thor. Nothing particularly exciting. Just chilling and playing with his instruments.
All right.
Particularly his lute and sharpening his sharpening his sword.
Go ahead and roll me a performance check, just for your lute playing.
Sure. Hell yeah.
19. Nice.
19.
As you're sitting under the shade of a tree, your legs stretched out and crossed in front of you, you notice a small crowd starting to form around you, and you're just minding your own business, just playing a little bit of your lute. But there's an effect. People are stopping and listening. It's having a positive impact on their day. As much as you are doing it just for yourself, you've made a difference in the lives of people today.
Ooh,
Power of music.
the power of music. Hell yeah. I'm happy with that. Damn.
Alright, so we'll fast forward to the evening. Vareth, you wanted to do a feast.
Yeah, so Vareth has kind of spent from about 3 o'clock onwards cooking. He spent the majority of the morning being, asleep in the medical tent after not having a long rest for 2.5 days. And he's just cooking and stuff, and as he sees you guys come in after your long days, he straight up hands you pre-prepared dinners that look like they're on white plates made out of a weird material, and he's just like, "Here, quickly, grab one, go sit down, go talk with everyone, and then come back afterwards. I've got a special dessert planned for us." And then you see him just quickly duck to the kitchen, run around, and he's telling people what to do. You notice that the individual that we helped earlier, who is now missing a leg, I don't remember their name unfortunately, but he's sitting on a seat up the front, and he is taking everybody's orders. So everyone who we've grabbed is helping out tonight and making a positive impact. So yeah, are we gonna skip to the after dinner part, or are people gonna talk to some NPCs?
That's up to the group. What would you guys like to do?
Can I sit next to Celadrin?
I mean, if you want to.
Is this seat taken?
No, you're more welcome. You're more than welcome to sit down.
Okay, she sits down and just kind of stares at him, blinking for a few seconds.
Okay, Celadon at this point is very confused. Celadon has no idea what the heck's going on.
I'm trying to help with your getting to be closer to people. I heard eye contact can be quite difficult.
I appreciate it. Is this how you normally make friends? You
No, but
stare at them?
I didn't have any friends for a very long time, you know, when I was back in the hells with Mazmir. But when I left and I met the people who took care of me in the Wildwood Sentinels, they spent a lot of time, kind of, I guess, getting me used to how the world works. They taught me how to be friends and how to interact with the average person that isn't trying to kill you. And I'm trying to do the same for you because, I don't know, we all need friends. And they let you learn more about yourself. So I'm trying to help by using the things that they used to help me. Hence the prolonged eye contact.
I appreciate it. I can see how this would maybe help. I don't usually have a problem with eye contact, but it is new to just be able to sit down somewhere and not have to worry about, people killing you all the time.
Good feeling. So
Yeah.
how are you feeling in general with the people you're traveling with now?
Pretty good. I don't really know most of them, but I mean, they all seem like pretty okay guys. None of them have tried to backstab me yet, which is nice.
Are there any you want to know more about?
I think Vareth is pretty cool. He seems like a cool dude. He likes money. I do too. Other than that, everyone else seems, I don't know, just fine. Zoldan seems pretty cool as well. I feel like those two would be the ones I'd try to get to know more of.
You should try. I mean, I've been spending a lot of time befriending you. I mean, hence the head hammer. But I don't know. Maybe this is a good opportunity at a dinner party to go and be like, "Hello, it is me, Celadon, and I want to be friends with you."
Yes, but what would I talk about?
Talk about your adventures. You know,
I
wait, you were in the Feywild following Umbra, right?
yes.
You could probably talk to Vareth about that and, I don't know, tell him
Yeah.
something about that.
I suppose I could. I'll go look if he has time later on.
You should, otherwise he will work himself till he passes out.
Yeah, he seems busy handing out food right now, so I will wait until he is not busy.
You know what would be, you can do it while handing out food with him. You know, like you hand out food, he hands out food, and friendship magic happens.
I see.
We'll go. It'll be great. I
Okay.
promise.
So Celadon stands up and I suppose walks over to Vareth.
Alena's just waving.
Vareth's just sitting there with 3 plates already stacked up. He's like, "Oh, Saladin, hey mate, can I just quickly give you these? Can you just go take these?" And he's gonna point to a table, and he's like, "I just need to keep cooking. We're a little bit behind." And he's gonna pass you 3 plates.
Okay, I'm gonna take the plates to the table, and then go back to the kitchen and ask if Vareth needs any more help with anything, even though I'm not a cook.
Oh, sure. If you wanna come stand here, and he just puts you in front of like it's next to where he is, and it's like a pan on a fire, and he's like, "Oh, so we're just glazing some stuff right now. So all you have to do is keep it on a low heat and make sure it doesn't burn. You can just like look at the top, and you can see the film like that. We're gonna get rid of that as well. And he's gonna show you how to strain it at the same time."
Cool.
And he's like, How was your day today?"
I took a day to relax. I felt like after fighting, it's always nice to relax a little bit.
Oh yeah.
And then he like awkwardly rubs the back of his neck. He's like, "Hey, so, I heard you were in the Feywild. How was it?"
It was an experience. My time there was short. It wasn't very good, and I think, you know, I don't ever really want to go back there, so I'm gonna try and stay away. What was your experience like?
I would not lie. It was very boring most of the time. I was pretty much just playing babysitter for Umbra. He gets in a lot of trouble, if you believe it or not.
I believe it.
Yeah, so pretty much all I did was I hung around and pretty much tried to keep any enemies away from him while he wasn't paying attention. He's not very perceptive most of the time, so it was relatively easy.
You notice that Vareth hearing is not really perceptive. Literally, pull out a little notepad and write down "not perceptive." And he goes, "Oh, interesting. What else about him?"
Not really much to talk about. He's very devoted to doing the right thing. He gets confused sometimes what that is, but that is fine. And other than that, I have just been, yeah, keeping my eye on him, making sure that he doesn't get killed by anything.
Yeah. Do you like him?
I've, yeah, I, up until now, I don't really have an, like, opinion on him. Like, I didn't really, like, care that much, but he seems like a decent guy if you know, if you don't.
I
Yeah.
think it's a bit interesting. I don't think he's a bad person, but he does some pretty weird things.
Yeah, he's a bit detached from, like, I'm detached from people. He is equally detached from people in a different way. He doesn't really, I feel like, understand the gravity of situations sometimes.
Maybe. Yeah. Is that because of his deal with Lobad? Did you
Maybe.
meet Lobad?
No, I didn't.
Did you meet any of the, like, older Fae? Or whatever they were called?
Not really. I tried to, when he was in his discussions with them and stuff, I tried to stay away mostly because it is, quite difficult to hide from them. So I didn't really
Say
risk
that
it.
again.
Yeah, so I kind of try to stay away. So why were hiding from them?
Oh, I tried to run away a few times. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but they make pets of people.
I
And I guess I was interesting.
I did not know that. I didn't really stay there long, to be honest. I kind of left whenever Umbra did.
That's fair. A green hag owned me. Their name was Kaithwith. It wasn't an enjoyable experience.
I see. I am sorry to hear that.
Oh, it's done. I'm in safe hands now. You know, everyone here is supporting each other. We're all helping each other out. And then he's gonna quickly pull the pan away as he noticed that neither of them were paying attention. It's burn. He's like, shit. Rord and Gamsey would be so mad at me. He grabs a spoon and quickly dips it into it and has a taste and is like, but, you know who would like this? Feige Airy.
I
Stuff.
I've never heard of those two before.
Oh, that's fair. Hey, would you like to help me plate the dessert for everyone?
Sure.
And you notice Vareth pulls out all wooden plates from the ones that you made him earlier on. And
Yeah.
he's like, just starts handing them out. It's like, oh, cool. I really thank you for these plates, by the way. They're really good.
It is alright. It took no time and did help me practice my skills, which is always useful.
Maybe you should, like, make this into a shop or something.
I don't know. All I've really done up until now was kill people. I don't really know if a shop life would suit me.
Ah. I mean, I know my mum. My mum loved home life. She was always, you know, a ranger, and she always used to go out and help the Wild Watch, and she loved that, but she loved coming home even more. It's like a sense of calm in the storm.
Home is difficult for me.
Is home a place to you or people?
I am not sure, to be honest. I don't really have people, but I don't really have a place right now either. With being banished and all that.
I mean, we can be your people, though.
I suppose. Thank you.
You're stuck with us anyway, so I mean, what's the harm in it?
True. And you see that Excedrin like nod to himself, as if like coming to a realization.
And I think you're pretty cool, man.
I appreciate it.
And then he is starting to get like a cake that Umbra had started earlier in the day, and he's just adding the icing on. He's like, "Hey, you've got really steady hands from your woodworking. Would you like to help me with this?"
Sure. And just Excedrin helps him put it on.
Just decorate it however you'd like to. And then he goes back to handing out plates to servers and stuff like that.
Okay. I just like put icing all around. He did nothing fancy, just literally covered in icing in like massive amounts.
Gareth looks at you and goes, "Nice." Yeah. Is there anyone else wanting to do anything?
Yeah, I think after that, after we're done with that, I go back to Ilona and just start teaching her a little bit in Thieves' Cant. Just like the basics.
Ilona, go ahead and roll me an intelligence check.
A 6.
It's a start. Yeah, it's a bit late in the day. You've had a really long few days. You know that if it was any other day, you probably could get this, but it's just confusing to you right now.
Intelligent, I ordered these big 4 languages. 4. That's a lot.
Yes, Ilona, but think of the tactical advantage. No more talking while talking.
You know what else is tactical? I can speak directly into your brain.
You know, now that you put it that way, I see your point.
Yeah. I'm going to go to bed now.
We will continue this tomorrow. I
But
guarantee you.
I actually, I have to do something tomorrow, so...
No, you don't. You will learn this tomorrow.
Barrett's gonna come over and in Thieves' Cant go, "You guys know Thieves' Cant?"
Education is
What do
mandatory.
I think Barrett said?
You think Vareth says, "Do you guys want cheese?"
I think it's a bit late in the day for cheese.
Jeez,
Oh.
where?
Here's
Food?
here's the cake. I noticed you're going to bed. I didn't want you to go to bed too early.
I am very tired from helping people all day.
It's full of calories because of the sugar on it. Look at all
If
the
I have-
icing. It's great.
If I have sugar, I'm just going to be up and crazy all night. I'll have some
Then you could
tomorrow.
learn Thieves' Cant.
Yeah,
Well,
Thieves' Cant.
I have something really important that I have to do tomorrow morning.
I see.
So, if you don't know where I am, it's intentional.
Oh,
Oh, don't worry. I can find you if I need you.
That's not creepy
That's-
at all.
So embarrassed.
Wait, what do you guys mean? How is that creepy? I can
Hey.
find all of you really easy.
it's okay, buddy. We know you're a good tracker. It just wasn't taken in that context. Okay, buddy. It's all good.
You can just say I'm purple and I have horns in the tail.
Yes. And your shoe size is a 6.5, and you have a medium to long gait.
I do?
You do. You also have like a weird tendency to like knock over branches and stuff. Like normally most people do it, but like you do it really bad. You guys should see
do?
Tarvis's trail. I don't even know how he leaves so much evidence behind. It's like he can't see 5 feet in front of him.
I know, right? Sometimes I feel like I'm standing like a little bit away and I'm like a different person.
It's really weird. But yeah,
Do
that's
think
okay.
he
You
has
can go to bed.
glasses?
Who's
What are
attacked?
glasses?
Hey, maybe we could get him a monocle.
What's a monocle? What are you talking about?
It's like a piece of glass that is made to like help with your eyesight.
Glass shaping isn't that good, I'm pretty sure.
I don't know. I've seen some pretty crazy stories coming out of Etheria.
Huh.
From what I've learned from medical textbooks, it's like the glass is different shapes and it's thicker in the middle or thinner in the middle and thicker on the outsides, and it just like light goes through differently, like moonlight.
Oh. Barrett's gonna go and ask Terrence about glasses. He's figuring out that there's like high level like a glass manipulation now is like blown his brain. Back when he was like still kicking around like more often, it was just like basic stuff, and now he's just like they can make mini lenses. What is this?
Anyway, Alona's going to use that opportunity to slip away.
Roll stealth.
Bonus action hunter's mark. Perception check.
Oof.
Yo,
Bruh.
cast
No, I'm
dark.
kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, and like when everyone's cleared out, the kitchen is just empty, and Vareth is cleaning, and he's just like waiting for everyone to come in.
Alright, moving on to the next day. Who wants
Alona
to
gets
go?
up.
Yep, you go
Alona will
first.
get up at like first light and head over to the local scryer that she knows.
Yeah, you're well acquainted with Angela, mostly because you've sat around chatting with her over a beer or two after some, work trips, as you used to do.
I'll knock on the door as quiet as I can.
You hear movement in the house, a light come on, and Angela opens the door. You see her staying there. She's in simple woolen clothes with a leather eye patch over her right eye, and she just looks at you. Ilona, what are you doing? It's the
know
crack of
it's early.
dawn.
I know, but I really need your services, and I really don't want everyone else to know.
Alright, because it's you, come on in.
Thank you.
She,
The fuck?
she closes the door behind her and leads you through to the back room, through one of those bead curtains, and sits down in front of her circular table that's covered in a sort of blanket-looking piece of cloth, and on top of that sits a crystal ball. Alright, who am I looking up?
Valis Verlin?
Do you have a picture? It might make it a little easier.
I do. I also have the collar of his dog.
Alright, I'll make it pretty easy. Alright, give me one moment. And she takes the picture, studies it for a sec, puts one hand on the collar, mumbles an incantation under her breath, and runs her hand over the crystal ball, and images start appearing in the ball. You see the dungeon that you saw before, but it's empty now. The vision shifts as if it's going through corridors leading to a resplendent bedroom. One that is uncomfortably familiar to you, Alona. This appears to be your mother's bedroom. Valis is standing in the corner of the room, head downcast. Now, Ilona, is there anything you want me to say?
Just tell him the moon is watching. His moon is watching.
She closes her eyes. Valis, your moon is watching. You see him, his head kind of snaps up, he looks around. And then another figure walks into the vision and looks directly into your eyes. It's the red-skinned archdevil that you know so well. Sora stares you down, Hello, my dear. It has been too long. I knew you'd look for him sooner or later. We should have a chat. Come home. And she clicks her fingers and the vision stops. Angela just looks at you like, who was that?
Here's your money. I have to go.
She takes the money and just looks confused as you barge out of the room.
I bolt. I find the darkest corner I can find and just curl up.
Alright. Who would like to follow that?
I guess I'll go back and do more of the physical.
Both you and Xander?
Yeah.
Is Xander up for it today?
I don't know, roll an athletics check for me.
Last night was a long rest, though, wasn't it? So
It
should be
was.
Only a 13 from me today, I'm a bit.
Tarvis, you're a little bit tired, but you still get some good work in.
Oh, watch me die. Oh no, that's alright, 18.
There we go.
Making up for the previous day's lack of heavy lifting, Xander's walking around carrying 2 shoulderfuls of wooden beams to various places they need to be delivered to, and makes himself very useful today.
You know, we just had to swap over. I'll handle the.
Heck yeah. The dynamic duo. After that, I'm just gonna work out, and that'll probably be me for that
I might join you for that as well.
Alright.
project.
Zoldan, you doing anything with your day?
Do you mind if I have a chat with Terrence this time around?
Absolutely.
Hey, Terrence, I understand your current situation with your legs, and I would like to help you in any way I can. How would you like me to assist? Whether it's just daily errands, or in this case, looking after the other few enforcers, I guess you'd call them, we brought back.
My boy, you have already helped a lot. You have rid the city of a great injustice.
I understand that, but I just feel helpless because I'm not strong enough like Xander or Tarvis to carry anything useful. I can't provide any form of service outside of beverage making or anything. The only thing I can really do potentially is start a campfire in the middle of the town square, and even then I'm hesitant to do that because, well, you know what I've done.
I understand. You know what you could help me do?
Don't you tell me.
Take me down to the docks. There is somebody there that I would like to talk to.
I attempt to pick him up because I'm assuming he's a fairly large individual.
He's about 6'3" when he had legs. So he's not small. Roll a strength check for me.
That's not the right one. That one is. That's a 6.
You do your best to lift him, and he starts like, this is not going to work. How about go down to the docks and fetch Neil. You'll know him when you see him. He's a crotchety old man.
Yep. Is this an urgent matter? Should I do this quickly and in confidence?
It is not urgent or secret. Do it as the day takes you. I just would like to talk to him.
Yep. Kill. I'm walking down to the docks to try find Neil. Do I notice anything on the way down, or no?
What are you looking for?
I don't know, just anything out of the ordinary, because obviously everyone's rebuilding, doing everything, but maybe something happens.
Oh no, nothing out of the ordinary as you walk down to the docks. You do easily find Neil at the... he's a sort of wizened old human, long flowing white beard. It's the same guy that you guys have chatted to in previous months who sold you guys the Pokeballs.
Ah.
Yes, what do you want?
Terrence would like to talk to you. He just can't currently move at the moment.
I know the situation with Terrence's legs. All right. Give me 5 minutes and I'll be up there.
Yep.
And you see Neil bustling around, closing up his shop for what he thinks will be the rest of the day. All right, take me to him.
Yep. I obviously walk him back to the tavern, and I'll say that we're back to the Terrence.
Neil, I'm looking to charter a boat to take me to Etheria. I have a friend there who can help me with my situation. How can you help me with this? I know a man who's leaving in the next few days. I can get you on that boat. It costs you 20 gold. Done. And Terrence just throws him a coin bag. My thanks to you. And to you, Zoden, for fetching him.
That's all good.
Would you like to do anything else, Zoden?
Not overly, because, well, I mentioned everything in the previous statement, I guess.
Alright. Darren, what would you like to do?
Nothing particular at the moment. He's just vibing.
Alrighty.
Still playing his
Nothing at all.
tunes. Still playing his tunes.
Pretty much.
Roll me another
Fine.
performance check.
Why not? Oh, please, please no. Please. Oh!
24.
Hell yeah!
You've gathered a larger crowd than you did last time today. And you know within yourself that you've
Hell.
had a rather productive day, even though you weren't doing much.
Hell yeah.
Celadrin, is there anything in particular you'd like to get done with your day?
Sorry, I was muted there. No, not really.
Alright. Too easy. Vareth, as you were saying?
I'm gonna ask Celadrin and Umbra if they'd like to come with me to check out the portal. And before we start moving, I'm actually going to use my ability to see if there have been any portals opened near us within a mile.
Yep. What sort of time frame is that in? Is just currently open, or?
Let me check. I've never actually had to properly use his ability yet. You detect the distance and direction to the closest planar portal within 1 mile of you, so it has to be active, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. There are currently no active portals within a mile of you.
But there was an act.
You don't know.
I do not know. Yeah, awesome. So, yeah, I'm gonna ask them if they'd like to come and help me out. I just want to check on it and see if anything new, or if, you know, I can use it now, maybe.
Yeah. Heading back up.
Celadrin, would you like to come with me and check on something that I found while out here a while ago?
Sure. I have nothing better to do.
It'll just be like, you know, just one thing for today. It's gonna be a bit of a trip, so it's okay if you don't really want to go.
No, it's fine. I will gladly join you.
Awesome. And I'm going to just take him and Umbra.
Mhm.
Is Umbra okay with coming with me?
Umbra is okay with coming with you.
Awesome. Okay. So, just so we're all aware, like, I don't know what it's gonna be like over there. Hopefully, there's nothing. The last time I checked on it, there was a bunch of goblins there, so we have to kill some goblins today. Just bring your weapons and stuff along.
Ooh, I can try my new daggers. Let's go.
Well, hopefully there's nothing out here, but yeah.
Aw, fine.
We can have a look around for other things to, kill if you're desperate.
No, I'm not desperate. I just want to try my new daggers because they're cool. I don't want things to explode.
Yeah, we're a bunch of 15-year-olds.
Yep.
Cool. So I'll pack us some lunches and we'll be on our way.
Alright, well, it takes you till about the middle of the day to get all the way out to the place where the portal was. Along your journey, you pass through the caves that you went through last time. Varith, you think fondly back of when you first met the group.
Yeah, guys, there was this one time where, when I first met the group, the only person who actually noticed me, and you'll never believe this, was Tarvis.
The guy who can't see 5 feet in front of him.
Yeah! I was like, literally like 50 to 60 meters away. I was almost invisible. I was using some planar magic when I first got here, and yeah, he saw me somehow.
Not bad.
It was crazy. Yeah, and I'm just gonna, like, as we're walking, I'm just gonna talk to them about, like, what my experiences have been and kind of what's happened, as well as, like, I'll give them, like, a more in-depth explanation of my Fae backstory, I guess.
So is it you, Thimble, and Celadrin, or is it just Varith and Celadrin?
And Umbra.
That's a
Oh, and Umbra.
Yeah, and Umbra. That's a good question, actually.
Because you keep saying we, and I was like, I thought it was just you and Celadrin.
No, Umbra was with us as well. Yeah.
Would you like Thimble to be there?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'd be intriguing. And as we're walking along, I like to start talking to Thimble. I'll be like, "Hey, Thimble, how's it been? We haven't really had a chance to talk recently."
Oh, you know, the last fight was kind of scary, but it was fine.
Yeah, I think we've been doing really well recently. We're not almost half dying every time we come out, which is pretty good.
Yeah, that's nice. I didn't like that originally.
No, that was bad. Are you enjoying this journey that we're on?
Certainly different to what I'm used to, and that's a good thing, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be good stories when, if you decide to go back.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Have you thought about maybe going back?
I have, but I think I'll go back when you go back.
I don't think I want to go back, Thimble.
Why?
I know you want me to come with you, but
Why would you not?
It wasn't the best for me there, Thimble, I guess. Like, I mean, you saw, you know how I was treated there. You know what I had to go through.
That's true.
It wasn't necessarily the easiest time for me. And I think if I were to go back, they wouldn't be very happy that I ran away, would they?
Probably not.
So we'll see. I'm not saying it's out of the question. I might go back with, the group if we all decide to go back together. But if we go back, it's not going to be a positive experience.
Alright.
But we'll see. That's why we're coming to the portal today. I want to see what what it can do and stuff like that. I mean,
Sure.
last time I know it was something that would take us great distances, but whether or not it's on this world or in different planes, well, I guess we get to figure that out together.
Sure.
And as they're walking along, Barras is gonna quickly talk to Legend and Umber and be like, so, I mean, you've both asked about this, and I guess it's time to probably tell, at least someone, and you guys relatively know what it was like. So I was actually trapped in the Feywilds. I was actually taken from my home. Yeah, one day I had made a mistake, and I was trying to make up for my mistake by giving food to my family because I cut off my brother's thumb, and he was probably one of the best students at sword fighting, and I really wanted the instructor there to like me as well, so I felt bad for ruining his best student's chance at succeeding, I guess you could call it. And when I was coming back, there was a satyr who captured me, and unfortunately, he took me back to Caithwith's area. Caithwith was just a green hag. Wasn't really anyone special, but she was one of the pets of Allah. And I didn't want to eat the food that was there. I felt like it just felt a little bit off. And luckily at the start I didn't. But eventually I thought that some food had fallen onto the floor and I was just too hungry. It was about 5 or 6 days in. So I decided to eat it. And that is what made me have to be their pet, I guess. I'm not 100% sure on all their rules, but effectively it made it so I was forced to stay there. And I was lucky to have escaped. And I really don't want to go back. I know that you guys think it's not a big deal, but to me it is.
How did you escape?
I had quite a few escape attempts. The final one, I ended up seeing Grover, the Fae who had actually, stolen me, and he tried to convince me to stay and that it would be okay, but I knew it wasn't going to happen that way, so I killed him. I drowned him. I almost drowned myself. I'm not too afraid of the water. From what I've heard from other people, those accidents seem to kind of leave a mark, but it scares me to think what's going to happen when I go back. Even though Grover tried to help me, I know that he was someone's pet. And I know that if I go back, they will not treat me well. And he's just looking at Thimble the entire time to make sure that he's not reacting or anything.
Roll an insight check.
Spilling my drink all over the table. That would be a 16, good sir.
Just gonna roll something for Thimble real quick.
Uh-oh.
He's trying to make it look like he's not watching you, but he is very clearly, intently listening to everything you're saying.
I would not worry too much about going back. We can always just, kill everyone there.
Yeah, I was talking to Umber about that. He said that he might want to go and kill some of the people there as well, so...
Well, I don't really care who I kill, so...
That's a little bit stressful.
Well,
I understand where you're coming from, but to me, you know, all life is kind of sacred.
But
And I don't judge anyone for killing people. I think sometimes it's necessary. Like, whenever I kill someone, it's because they're either hurting my friends or they're hurting me. So I
how
get
do
it.
you decide who lives and who dies?
Just whoever's trying to kill me, I guess. If they're showing open hostility.
But if someone's nice to you, even though they deserve to die, you would let them live?
I'm not sure.
It is why I usually just kill everyone, just to be on the safe side.
That's fair, I guess. I think maybe someday I might think like that, but for now I'm gonna try and just not hurt anyone.
No, that makes sense. Ilona keeps trying to talk to me and help me understand people better, and it has become harder to just kill people because of it.
It makes me, yeah. Alona has that effect on people, I think.
She can be very persistent if she wants to.
It's good though. I mean, she's looking out for us.
I agree. It is a new experience, I would say.
Yeah. I kind of. It's probably not a good thing, but I think in the Feywilds, most of the time they don't lie. They might, you know, hide their true intention behind their words like Umbra does. He's just Umbra. But I think I've come back here with a different perspective on it all. And normally it's kind of hard for me to notice if someone's being, you know, lying because I'm not used to dealing with that. And even in the Wildwood Sentinels, like, you'd very rarely lie. Like, if you were going to do something nice with someone, you might lie and say, hey, I'm not really doing this, but in most parts, they're doing something nice for you or whatever. But I think lying for no purpose confuses me.
I see. I don't really like lying either. It wastes time.
Yeah. It's much more efficient to just get straight to the truth.
Agreed.
What do you reckon, Umbra?
I reckon you're both on the money with that.
How close are we to the place?
By this point, you're actually pretty much there. In fact, I'll move you across to the map if you like. From your vantage point, you can see that there are some beings there.
Ooh. Varathan just goes, hey, you have your chance. There's some goblins over there.
Ooh, that's nice. Yeah, sorry?
You go.
No, I just want to say, how many of these enemies do we actually see from our vantage point?
From your vantage point, you'd be able to see probably this goblin here, this one here, this one here, and this bear.
Okay, cool, thank you. So, Vareth, how do you want to engage this? Do we take it slow, or would you rather go all in?
Well, I think if you kill the goblins, I'll kill the bears, because the bears, I'm going to use the pelts. Oh, if we're out here as well, if you guys see a bunny rabbit, can you let me know?
Okay.
I know that sounds weird, I keep forgetting about it. That's okay. Yeah, I'll kill the bears, because we can use their pelt, and we can make some new bedrolls. But the goblins, I mean...
I'll take care of the
whatever.
goblins.
And at
Let's
this
see if
point,
they're
they're all just
friendly
kind of
first.
looking up at you from around their campfire, and their cooked meats are just looking at you.
Oh, they see us.
They see you.
Okay.
I'll walk up to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 here, and I'll be like, hello! Are you guys okay over there?
I remember you. You shot my
Don't
brother.
remember me. No, that doesn't sound like me.
No, I remember.
That doesn't sound like me. I think that might have been someone else.
We haven't seen anyone else.
That's okay though. Hey, I've got an interesting question for you. Do you mind if I just quickly have a look at those stones over there?
But that's in our camp.
I know. I just want to have a quick check for something.
Why?
Well, that is basically some really, really old thing, and it might let us move really far distances, and you could get some money off of it if you let people use it.
Roll a persuasion check.
That's a flat 10.
He's looking at you, his eye kind of twitches like,
I'm sure it's you.
and he draws out his sword.
I'm just gonna turn to Celadrin and I'm like, yep, see, they want to kill us. This is when I can kill them back. And I'm just gonna let an arrow fly.
Sure. Roll to hit.
I'm gonna take a -5 to this for max damage. I'm gonna hit the bear, sorry, not the goblin.
Sure.
I'm just gonna put this one down. I'm aiming for its eyeball. Okay. Oh no! That's a 7.
Yeah, no, that 7 definitely misses. The arrow just goes flying past and lands in the dirt behind it.
There's a 23 hit.
Yeah, 23 hits.
Bye bye, bear.
Get.
Bye bye. You're gone. What's the math on that?
10,
That is
27...
27, 32, 33, 43 damage.
And with the second arrow flying straight through the bear's eye, it collapses to the ground, deceased.
By the way, did you want me to roll initiative or not?
Yeah, yes please. That was just the surprise round.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough.
Sorry, my bad.
That's
I got too excited.
21.
21. What'd you get, Vareth?
I got a 15.
Yep. Suppose I should roll for Umbra. What is Umbra getting for initiative? 12. Alrighty. Let's fix up some of this music there. Alrighty. First up in initiative, Celadrin, you're up.
Cool. I am going to walk up here next to Vareth, and I'm gonna take out Duck, and I'm gonna throw it at the one in the back, this one here.
Sure, roll to hit.
Cool. 17.
17 hits, roll that damage.
Cool. That is 9 plus the explosion, which is 3d8.
It's in a 10-foot radius, isn't it?
Yeah, so that should hit all 3 goblins, I think.
Definitely hits the one below, but not quite the other one.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. So that's another 14 damage. So that's total of 23?
It's a dex save, isn't it, for the explosion?
Yeah. Otherwise it's
And,
halved.
and it fails! Alright, and with
Cool.
the explosion of energy from where the dagger hits, the goblin that you hit with your dagger flies back into the tent behind it and does not get up.
Okay.
The other goblin that was caught in the explosion flies back and hits a tree and is knocked to the ground unconscious.
Okay, I put the dagger back, turn to Vareth, and I'm like, this is fun!
It's alright.
End of the
It
turn.
was way more last time.
Alright, it's the other goblin's turn. That's as far as he can get, so he pulls out his short bow, aims down sights at Celadrin, who just killed his 2 brothers. Goes for a shot, and the arrow goes wide, whizzing over his shoulder into the brush. Vareth, you're up.
I'm just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20. Can I see this bear?
From that angle, yes you would.
Vareth is gonna take -5 to additional +10. Oh no, this is not working well for me. 13.
13 hits.
As Vareth arches his back and just takes a clean shot in one eye, out the other, dealing, I can't do basic math, 31, 36, 46 damage.
Yeah, that bear, again, as you said, the arrow goes straight through its eye, out the back of its skull, and it also collapses to the ground.
Vareth's just gonna look at the goblin and be like, excuse me, and take another 5 steps out of opportunity attack.
Alright, it's gonna try and hit you with its sword. But it misses, it got a 10.
Thank fuck.
I really appreciate the excuse me before you do it.
Yeah, that's nice.
Just being polite.
Alright, is that end your turn, Vareth?
If I can, yes, just that'll end my turn.
Alright, it's Thimble. Thimble seeing all this go down, flies forward. And the hands charge up with that crackling green energy that you guys know so well at this point. And fires 2 Eldritch Blasts at the goblin in front. 17 hits for 6 damage. And 17 again for another 10 damage. And with that, Thimble blasts 2 holes into the goblin in between you and Saladrin, and the goblin falls to the ground, sizzling. It's Umbra's turn. He's gonna go to there. Moving on. It's the bear's go. It's gonna charge. Hi, Vareth. It's gonna.
Hi, bear.
It's going to take 2 claw swipes at you for killing its 2 bear compatriots.
Oh, that isn't very polite of it.
Does a 21 hit?
A 21 would have hit. As Vareth sees the claw coming down, he's going to use his free cast of Silvery Barbs. And he's like, you'd have to try harder than that. Umbra hits way quicker.
18.
Ah, yeah, still hits. You have an advantage on your next shot, by the way, Saladrin.
So that's
Cool.
8 points of slashing damage to Umbra as the first bear claw comes for a swipe down his chest. The second attack coming in with a 21 to hit.
Yep. Oh.
And the second one hitting even harder for 10 points of damage.
I'm sorry, it was a joke.
Saladrin,
Umbra,
you're up.
help me.
Sorry, is
And
it
you
my
have
turn?
advantage.
Yes, Saladrin.
Yeah.
Ah, okay, cool. I'm gonna run up next to him, and I'm gonna stab him. This time with, the lightning weapon, Talk.
Yep, sure. Roll to hit.
That was not a very good roll. 16.
16 hits.
Nice, okay. That's 9 damage, and then 3d6. Let's see. 9 plus 10, so that's 19 damage.
Nice. The bear, basically getting tased in the side, kind of clenches up on its would-be right-hand side and just kind of growls at you.
Okay, I'm then going to use my bonus action to attack again
Sure.
with the frost weapon this time. See if that works. Does a 19 hit?
Absolutely does. Roll your damage.
Cool. Oh, that's a 7 plus 3d6, which is 13. So that's a 20.
Stabbing him to the other side with your other weapon, you watch as the blade slides in between its ribs. A coating of ice spreads across its hide, and the bear just locks in place. It looks at you, and you watch as the light fades from its eyes.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I was gonna be honest. This was a lot harder back in the day. And it's only been like 3 months.
I feel like you guys have gotten a lot stronger.
I don't know. Let's quickly loot the bodies.
Sure.
What do we do? What do you want to do with the unconscious one? Because this one here is unconscious.
Vareth's gonna quickly check all the huts to see if there's anyone left over.
No, there's no one in the huts.
I mean, if you want, we now have a volunteer for the teleporting circle.
Let's just wake him up first and see if he's okay with that. Like, if he's not willing to fight anymore, he's not willing to fight anymore.
If you want to.
Umbra, can you just help this guy out a little? Actually, here, I'll just give him a little treat. Vareth's gonna shake him awake and hand him a treat to heal him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hey, buddy, how's it going?
You killed my brothers.
I know, but you attacked us. You attacked us the first time.
He watches his
we
eyes
can't
kind of
help it if you attack us.
narrow, and he's trying to piece together your logic.
Yeah. Anyway, are you still angry with us, or can we you want to help us out maybe?
What's in it for me?
You don't get used to test the teleporter. I think that's a pretty good trade. Is that a pretty good trade? I look at Umbra and Celadrin.
I mean, if we test everyone on him, he may, die, but he may also just get teleported to a random location. So
Yeah, it won't be that
I
bad.
feel like that's a fair trade.
What do you reckon? Do you reckon you could help us out real quick?
Are you gonna kill me if I
It
don't?
should work. That's up to Celadrin. That's not up to me. I'm not gonna kill you. Umbra might. He's a bear too.
If you help us, I don't know, I'll give you 20 gold or something.
You have 20 gold?
Yeah. Is that a lot?
Yeah, that's
What's
not
the
a lot of
economy?
money.
What's the economy in this world like? Is this okay? Am I overpaying this man?
Massively.
Oh well, it's fine. I'll promise him 20 gold. It's cool.
That's nothing to us.
All right, I'll help you out. You want me to go in a teleporter?
Yeah. If you that's okay with you, of course. If
Money
you don't want
first.
to, you don't have to.
No, money after. You could run away. No, you go on the teleporter first, and then you get the money.
Yeah, sorry, man. It's not up to me. It's up to him. It's his money.
Seems like a good deal.
Yeah, I think it's a good deal.
And he just wanders up to
Okay, we follow behind him. I'm just gonna Yeah.
We walk up, and I'm just gonna stand there and be like, "How did I do this last time?" And I'm just gonna feel around for any magic that's in that area.
roll an Arcana check for me.
So, 14.
14? Alright. There's definitely a magical presence to the circle, as you know, and you know it's of a transportation magic. Looking around, you don't really see any way to activate it. It's almost like there should be a spell to activate this.
Do you guys know anything about this? Do you guys know any old magics that can help? Or have either of you seen this before?
Wait, who are you talking to? Sorry.
You guys.
Oh, okay. No, I've seen nothing like this before.
What about you, Umbra?
I have seen similar things to this in the past, though not quite as complicated as this one. I do not have the required magic to activate it, but a teleportation circle spell would do the trick.
Have we got anyone in the party who can do that?
It is a pretty high level magic. I don't have access to it myself until I get stronger.
Can you guys help me draw it down so we can show the group? Or we could ask Alona to message Zolvor for us. Oh, you guys don't know who Zolvor is.
Who is this Zolvar?
No.
Zolvor is he's kind of cool but kind of wacky. He kind of reminds me of like the Fae, actually. Like all the seats in his house you couldn't sit on, which confused me. Some of the rooms like would move around. It was like a giant mansion, but it also wasn't a giant mansion. It was like both a thing and not a thing at the same time. And he would laugh like this. Yeah, he was an interesting guy. But I was actually gonna ask him to help me, like maybe revert my age or something. He might help you guys too.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe we could ask him. I'm not sure.
Vareth,
So
can you roll
right
me
now
a
we
survival
cannot do
check?
anything with this, or?
What's up?
Roll me a survival check, Vareth.
Do 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 do.
And
That's
Celadrin
a
if you
23.
wanted to as well.
Yeah,
23.
we'll do. That's 18.
Both of it's good enough. You see, leaving the circle, what looks to be 6 humanoid sets of footprints and 1 more circular set of footprints.
What the fuck?
They're
I wasn't
relatively
there before.
fresh.
I turn to the goblin. Did you see anyone leave from here?
Yeah.
Okay, who? What did they look like?
A bunch of guys in, like, black armor with, like, a blue insignia on the shoulder. And this big, like, gray thing. Also in black armor.
I see. I turn to Umbra and Vareth. Do you guys recognize any of that?
Do I recognize any of that?
No, you don't.
Does Umbra?
No, he wouldn't.
Okay.
I was gonna say it might be a good idea to distract them, maybe. I mean, we're all relatively stealthy, and it means I get time to practice my spell. The
Sure.
one that Umbra used.
Is our business done with this circle then, or is there anything else we can do here?
Well, I mean, I don't know this spell, unfortunately. I thought maybe having traveled for a bit, I might have picked something up, or coming back with fresh eyes would fix it. I mean, you guys have both got your own unique sets of magic as well.
No, that's fair. Okay, so I walk up next to the goblin so I can pay him for services rendered. And while I take out the money to pay him, I actually take out Tuck and stab him in the throat.
Okay, roll to hit.
Celadrin, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, that definitely hits. That's
Oh, shit.
25.
Yeah, how do you want to do this?
Oh, I just like take out the dagger while I can pretend to take out the money and then just stab him through the throat and kill him instantly.
He looks at you just very wide-eyed as the dagger slides through his trachea into the back of his spine, and he just crumples.
Okay, I just turn to Wrath and I'm like, I'm not paying him 20 gold.
But,
And just
but
leave.
that's nothing. I get 10 gold a day.
Yes, but it's 20 gold, and it's my 20 gold.
Okay,
And I walk back down.
fair enough, I guess. Vareth is gonna cast, for the first time, Pass Without Trace. And it's gonna kind of like look like looks like he's made like a miasma, like a wall of moving air, and as you step through it, you kind of feel a bit lighter, and you feel a bit like displaced, like your equilibrium's out. Can we now go and check out the peoples, or try to track them?
I agree. Let's go track them.
Alright, following these footsteps along, you follow them for a number of hours. It's middle to late afternoon now as the footsteps arrive at an overlook. And you see from this crest your own keep. It looks like the tracks get a little bit muddled here now. It looks like some people may have been kneeling. And then they move on.
That's strange. Why are they
So either they wanted to meet with the criminal organization we just dispatched of, or they were tracking us.
Which one do you think's more likely?
Well, they know where we are, so I don't know why they would leave again. It might be more likely that they just saw us fighting who they were trying to meet and just decided to not get involved.
Maybe.
Vareth, you are aware that these tracks are around 48 hours old.
Okay, so this was 2 days ago, which means that, you know, it's probably likely they weren't here for us. They were probably looking over. Yeah. I wonder why they were coming to either talk or see them.
I'm unsure. Do the tracks continue on? Can we continue following them?
You can.
Good, let's do that.
I'm more than happy to keep following them.
You keep following the tracks as the light slowly fades in the sky, and it looks like they're heading in a southeasterly direction, heading towards the coast road.
Okay, since I have no knowledge of this terrain, I asked Vareth, where does this road lead?
I'm gonna be honest, I was here for a very short time before we left last time. I don't think I know where I am.
I see. So, in our entire group, we have no one who knows the lay of the land.
Oh, I think Alona knows. She's been here for a while. And Xander and Zoldan probably would too, or at least Zoldan would. I mean, he works in the bar.
Well, then we should probably head back to them, fill them in what happened, and get their advice.
Yeah. So we'll go back and let everyone know then.
Alright. Heading back to the Flowing Horn Inn, you meet up with the rest of the party.
Has anyone else done anything during the day?
I'm going to assume that Alona's back.
No.
Guys, where's Alona?
We've been on a frantic search all day looking for her. We have no idea where she's gone.
Oh, I mean, well, Saladin and I are back, so we should be able to find her pretty quickly. But before we do that, does anyone know where? And Barrett's gonna describe the road. Does anyone know where this road it goes to?
Oh yeah, just goes to the coast.
Oh, okay. Well, you know how we went and killed those goblins that one time, and there was like a weird portal there. I was checking it out, and that's what I was kind of going and doing today, which is why we've been absent. But it turns out that there's some really strange things going on. Like there were some tracks leading from the portal. So even though I couldn't get it open, someone else could. Which means that, you know, someone's able to use these teleporting circles, and we might be able to as well. And I thought it would be a good idea to follow them. Oh, also they were here like a day before we sorry, no, they arrived at the same time that we arrived, but they left before we did. So they were actually like either here to talk to the Jodin Brothers commander dude or something along those lines.
That's
You didn't.
concerning.
We didn't what, sorry?
Didn't see these people.
No. But a goblin did, and they gave us a brief description. They were wearing black and grey, and they had a weird talisman on them. The goblin's dead now, unfortunately.
Nothing you can do. It was an accident.
Farah just gives you some side eye. He's just like, 20 gold's an accident.
So would any of us know about that?
Actually, Xander, you might. The description of this black armor with this insignia style, that sounds like a group of troops that you've only ever heard of. You've never seen them in action, but it sounds sort of like a secluded sect of the Etherean army, known as the Phantom Warriors.
Well, I guess I relay that to the group. Well, the armor you described sounds much like the Phantom Warriors. They're part of the Altherium army?
And what's that? Sorry, I don't know what that is.
So Etheria is the other major continent in this world. The majority of you are from Casimir. You're currently on Fjortund, and Etheria is the other one.
Altheria, the other continent.
Yeah.
Do we know much about Etheria? What the general, like, what's the word I'm looking for?
The sort of vibe of the place?
Yeah, just a social etiquette, I guess, in a sense. Like, is it more industrial? Is it more laid back, farmhand sort of thing?
Yeah, alright. So Etheria itself, politically, is more of a democracy rather than a cratocracy, like what Fjortund is. It's split into two separate factions, occasionally three, but mostly two, politically speaking. In terms of the people, they're a lot more technologically advanced than any other continent in Perodia. A lot of how the society functions is, if you've got money, you're good to go. If you don't, you kind of have to fight to survive.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Don't know
I
what
wonder.
you're talking about.
But you guys do know Ethereans, so
Yeah.
Wasn't Terrence going there as well?
Terrence
We
was
stole
going to
one of them.
Etheria.
There is also a Adius is also Etherean.
Kaitier is Etherean, and Farsil is Etherean.
Hmm.
We also took one of their canoes.
You did.
We could take it back.
That'd
We
be
could
an
be like,
invasion.
hey
Yeah,
guys, we found this crazy canoe. You must have left it there. Aha.
that's not a conversation I'm having with whoever finds us in that canoe.
Well, that might be nice.
I'm gonna press X to doubt.
What does press X to doubt me?
We don't exactly have a track record of a good track record of finding friendly individuals.
That's true, I guess.
Well, I suppose we should first try and find Ilona, and then maybe go and follow this group to see what they're up to.
Keep an eye on them would be a smart idea, yes.
Yeah, and I mean, they did actually come and have a check out of our keep, so...
What?
Yeah, like there's footsteps on the hill.
Okay, that's concerning.
Well, we
So
should
either they were
probably head
coming
out.
for us, or they were coming to have a conversation, you know?
Well, we don't know what they're after, but them checking out our keep specifically is kind of a bit unnerving.
Well, you usually don't send an elite group of warriors to talk. You usually send in a group of warriors to kill someone or something.
Exactly. Assassination.
Maybe.
That
I'm gonna hold out hope they're nice people, though.
Okay, you do that. I'm gonna be there to tell you you're wrong when that happens.
I'm
No,
sure
I-
you'll save me and make it so I don't get hurt.
Okay, so do we want to form a search party and search for our missing healer that we desperately need because it's our main source of healing?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah, yeah, okay, let's do that.
Yes, but she also said that she didn't want to be found, didn't she? Like last night.
We need to look after our friends, and she's our friend. It'd be kind of a dick move to just let her, well,
Do this, yeah.
all on her own. Because I know that can break a person.
It's even more dangerous now that we know that there's people around that have taken an interest, at least in our keep.
Exactly.
Cool.
So we'll take a different area and come back here.
Go pairs, at least.
I'll go with Tarvis.
I guess I'll go with Umbra.
I'll go Santa. Or Darren, whoever.
Well, I'm pretty sure we're the only ones left, so we're the three.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright. Well, I suppose Ilona. Yeah, she's typing. Sure. In terms of where Ilona is hiding, I'll get everyone to roll investigation checks.
Investigate.
I got you. It's okay.
Investigation.
My investigation isn't actually that bad.
Mine's a -1. I got 18
That's
total.
horrible. That's sick.
I rolled a 10, so that goes to a 12.
Oh, it was great again.
5.
I got total 18. I'm happy.
It's an intelligence roll.
God damn, I lose that too.
Alright.
Somewhat good, well, decent intelligence score.
I was gonna say, can I do survival instead to just track her? I feel like tracking her would be easier.
I mean, sure, if you want to.
I might do that too.
Oh, it's still dog shit. I've been out in the sun all day. It's been too hot. Poor Barrett needs a nap.
Alrighty. Asking around and generally trying to track her down. Xander, Darren, and Zoldan. You eventually hear tell that she has locked herself in a warehouse on the docks.
I guess we can investigate that. And just straight away without really worrying about anyone else.
We should send someone to go grab everyone else.
I mean, I'm the fastest one. I can do that quicker.
Then go. Move.
I'll sprint as fast as I can around the town.
Yep.
Get to it, it's all done.
Should I roll like an athletics or an acrobatics check to determine how quickly I do it?
Just roll a d20.
That one. That's not high.
It takes you a solid 20-30 minutes to even track down Tarvis and Vareth, and then from there it takes you another almost hour to find Celadrin. But you do track them down and get them all to come to the warehouse, Darren and Xander, are you waiting, or are you just going in?
Hmm.
We might go in and check it out.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Alright, Ilona, would you like to describe what they find as they come through the doors?
I guess the most notable thing is there's a lot of blood writing on the walls. You guys can't speak Infernal, right?
Darren knows a couple
I
of phrases,
think I
but
can,
not
little bit.
fluent.
A little bit. So yeah, it's infernal, and she's kind of muttering to herself. And yeah, it's her own finger seems to be bleeding. Like she's been writing on every surface she can, and just like muttering to herself. Quite disheveled.
Jesus.
Doesn't take any notice of you.
Right.
Christ. What do you make of this, Xander?
To be honest, mate, I don't know.
I try to understand what she's trying to say, but I'm not quite fluent.
Roll an
Neither.
intelligence check for me, Darren.
No worries. Intelligence, there we go. Oh, not too bad.
13. There seems to be one name that is repeated over and over and over and over and over and over throughout all of the scrawlings. Selra.
Zelra.
Selra. You do know this name.
Selra.
She has spoken of Selra before.
Xander, she's saying Zelra over again.
That's her mother.
It is. And she won't stop repeating it.
Something. It looks like she's almost stuck in a state of constant PTSD.
Christ. Who in our group can solve this the best?
I don't know.
Never dealt with this before. Hopefully
I got-
Zoldan can get back quickly.
I mean, I did tell Tarvis and Vareth quicker, so they would arrive before I would.
Christ. Shall we just stick around here and try to make sure she doesn't hurt herself? This is looking very dangerous.
At this current point, how far would Tarvis and Celadrin be? Or Tarvis and Vareth, I should say.
Let's just say, for the sake of story, that they're arriving now.
Right, yeah.
Tarvis.
What's going on? Why is she stuck there like that?
We don't know. But I
Vareth,
believe having a PTSD attack,
Vareth, have you ever seen this before?
judging
I
by
mean,
the writing
in-
on the wall.
Yeah, in pets, I guess. But I mean, it wasn't exactly something that was common.
She keeps repeating the name Zelra.
Like I said, that's her mother.
Mm,
Yeah, this isn't something that I can help with. Maybe Umbra? He's kind of a healer, I guess.
I mean, we can try and get her attention to snap her out of it, but I don't know what that could give us at the end of this, basically. Someone from their PTSD attack can be harmful, if that's what this is. You see it all the time on the battlefield.
I mean, yeah, what do you reckon, Jarvis?
Tarvis.
Hello? Hello?
He's back.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Oh, we won't be able to get much. We won't be able to do much if we can't get anything coherent out of her.
So what would your best solution be?
We may need to try talking to her.
Ah, Christ. You want me to try take a couple steps forward? Try to get her attention?
One of us at least.
Alright, I'll take lead.
I'll be a couple steps behind.
Yeah, just be cautious. Extremely cautious. We don't know what she might throw at us.
The minute I see something, I'm gonna start running.
I wouldn't run. I would announce your presence because she might realize someone's there.
Alright. I'm gone in, lads. Slowly.
Yeah, I'll just be a step behind you.
Alright.
I'm hanging back just a little bit.
Darren would then start slowly approaching Alana. Slowly but surely. Ilona? Darren? Can you hear me?
Her head just kind of whips around to look at you, and she's still muttering to herself. There's blood dripping from her fingers, and she stands up, walks to you, and just starts writing on your chest, still in that crazed fashion, turns around, goes back to the corner, and sits in a fetal position and just starts rocking.
Alona, she's not here.
No.
Jesus fucking Christ.
She seems to respond to your words, Tarvis. The rocking slows and stops.
Maybe you should go talk to her, Taurus.
Yeah.
I'll then step back behind Taurus.
Alona?
She,
You there?
she slowly looks to you.
Come on. Any words for me, or you just?
He saw me.
Silra saw you?
He knows where I am.
Okay. Well, she's not here now.
He's watching.
Alona, she's not here now. You can. I'll just take a couple more steps closer.
Taurus, be careful.
Fine.
I have to figure this out. You should all leave.
I'll leave you alone.
I'm good at being alone.
Yeah. And so am I, and trust me, it's not a good. If your mother is even half of what you've described, this being alone is not what you need right now.
I'm gonna just whisper behind Tarvis. I'm gonna go. We should tell her we're all here for her to help her through this.
Alona, you know we're all here, right? You know we've got your back.
At this point, Zoldan arrives with the rest of the party.
I'm gonna put my hand out to tell them to slow down and just be quiet.
I whisper to the other two. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm just looking around, like, taking everything in, kind of in shock.
Yeah,
She's in at the moment.
I've never seen anything like this.
I guess I'll hold out my hand and just go, look, let's get you out of here. This is a little disturbing, but let's get you out of here cleaned up and talk, Alana.
She looks at you for a little bit and then, okay.
Come on.
Her
I'll
hands are
help.
quite bloody.
Yeah, that's fine. It's just blood. We'll be fine.
We've
Yeah.
all had blood on our hands.
Jarvis will help her up and. Yeah. Look.
I'll take point back to the keep. I'm assuming that's where we're headed.
Yeah. Look, let's get you back to the keep and clean you up a bit.
Everyone just be like eyes peeled in case anything goes south.
Yeah.
Right on top of you.
Yeah. We.
The party all heads back to their keep, sort of in a circle formation, all centered around Tarvis and Alona, keeping an eye on all directions.
Did we leave anyone at the keep when we left last time, or has it been standing empty?
It's been empty.
Okay, before we enter the keep, can I, like, you know, like, tell Zoldan or Xander or something and just be like, hey guys, maybe we should check the keep for anyone, because, you know, with what just happened, and us knowing that there's, like, a soldier troop running around in the area, we might need to make sure that it's actually empty.
Breach and clear. Breach and clear.
I'd say Celadrin and Varys and Zoldan would be the ideal picks for something like that.
Yeah, we can have a look.
You freeze, you look around the keep, making sure there's nobody around. It's exactly as you left it.
Okay, cool.
At least
I
we
suppose.
can,
Yeah, I suppose everyone else can just follow in then.
yeah, can we give them like a sign for them to come in, or do we have to go out and actually tell them to come in?
Just knock on one of the big doors.
Yeah.
We'll be waiting outside.
I'll literally do that, and I'll just do a big knock. Guys, it's okay. Come on.
I guess we go inside.
Who can we call to that would be here in fairly quick succession?
I mean, I feel like a dad's caretaker, I guess, is the word you'd use. But they're in Nairal, so.
And that's a while away.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Right. Who feels the most comfortable to clean her up and get her into bed? And some of us will watch and keep guard over the room, inside the room.
Would it not be the best idea to get Umbra to do it? I assume he's, you know, he seems to be the best at taking care of people.
How about you, Tavish?
He seems to be the most calm around you.
Oh, if that's end of the day, it would really be her who she wants.
Right, yeah. That sounds like a plan, guys.
Gotta go through with it slowly. Don't know what kind of shite would go through that girl's head.
At this point, it is late at night. Tarvis, you get Alona cleaned up and into bed, bandaged up her hands, as best you can.
Yeah. Look, and you know where to find any of us if you need us, so.
Can you open the curtains?
Sure. I'll go and open the curtains.
You see a bright full moon on a night where the moon should not be full.
Well, looks like someone else is looking out for you.
If I go back there, he won't be able to help me again.
Oh. It's not a... Going back there isn't really something you plan on, is it?
I think I have to.
Well then, maybe we should get a more surefire way out before you go back.
That's what I was trying to plan. I know the other dukes and duchesses, but only a few of them I think would help. But she wants me back there. And I've left Valis there for too long.
And he's... And you've seen what's happening?
When I was a child, I didn't have a room. I had a cage, and that is where he has been kept until now, and he is now in her room. And she was there, and she could see me, and she wants me to come home.
Oh,
If I take any of you with me, she will take you away. She wants to hurt me as much as she can. And that includes you, and that includes everyone else. I can't let that happen.
yes, but if we let her take you, that's hurting us, so...
There are lots of very good healers in this world.
It's not because you're a healer, Alana.
My fingers really hurt. That was
Oh,
really
you-
embarrassing. Guess I'm not as good at handling everything as you thought I was, right?
Well, everyone has a breaking point, Alana.
I haven't seen her since I was 14 years old.
Yeah. Why do you think now she is targeting you again?
I have no idea. When I first escaped, I hid with Valis and Connell and the rest of the Shroud for months because we thought that she would do something to come after me, but she did nothing. I thought I had gotten away. I thought maybe she didn't care. I started, I came to Fjortind. I got a job. I found my father, and nothing. I don't know why. She just came and she took him, and ever since then, it's like she has this inability to just leave.
So, I wish I could say more, but she's just really a bitch, isn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, rest up. We'll discuss plans in the morning. Again, if you need any of us, we all live in the same building.
Thank you, Darvis.
Despite opening the curtains, is this a window that can be opened, or...?
It can be, but it can also be shut.
Can it be locked?
It can be.
I'll just give the lock a quick check before...
The lock is well and truly secured.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll see you in the morning.
Good night.
Good night. Yeah, and Talos will leave the room and sort of quietly close the door.
Someone should take watch over the door.
Yeah.
Round shifts, like in the camp.
I mean, I can start.
I'll
I
start
started
to.
in today anyway, so.
Tarvis is
next?
gonna go take a bath and get ready for bed.
Fair enough.
While Tarvis is showering, I suggested, would it be a good idea if Tarvis just stays with Alona tonight? Just purely because she's responding better to him than anyone else.
Might be an idea.
Hmm.
Obviously, Tarvis would have to be willing as well. I'm just suggesting it now.
See what he says about it. If he wants to, that's up to him. If not, well, that's also up to him. But as it's nice having a person on the inside of the room as well, just in case someone does manage to get there, get in, I should say. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool.
With that being said, I'm gonna offer to just stay outside for a little bit and just watch the main entrance.
Too easy.
Alright, Tarvis, you finished up with your bath.
Yeah.
In the process of getting ready for bed, I believe someone would come and ask you if you're willing to keep watch over Alona.
I guess I'll go and ask Alona if she's comfortable. Just knock on the door. Start with.
Come in.
Hey, the others suggested maybe having someone stay in the room with you tonight.
Okay.
If you're comfortable with that.
If you want, do you want a blanket? I have two.
Sure, I'll just camp out on the floor.
I do have a couch.
Okay, I'll take that then. Me not knowing that.
Hell yeah, free couch. No.
Hell yeah.
The night passes. All is well. The sun wakes Tarvis and Alona as the curtains remain open through the night. The moon never leaving sight. It's a new day. What do you do?
I'm not used to waking up at the crack of dawn. Oh, both Tarvis and Alona are awake. How you
Varys and Umbra are probably. Sorry.
How you feeling this morning?
I wouldn't say I'm ready to go and have a dance party.
That's better than how you were yesterday afternoon, so we'll take it.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. You didn't do anything wrong, just gave us a bit of a fright seeing all the blood is all.
Be surprised by how much blood a person has.
Oh, I'm aware. But I'm gonna go down and see if Vareth and Umbra have started on breakfast. Just take your time.
Okay, I think I'll stay in here a bit longer.
And I'll go down and join everyone else.
We're all awake. Well, I think most of us are awake anyway. I know I am, because I didn't sleep a wink at all.
Take 1 point of exhaustion then.
Cool.
Those of you who stayed up the entire night, take 1 point of exhaustion.
Where's the exhaustion bonus?
So in conditions, scroll to the bottom of that, exhaustion down the bottom of that.
Thank you.
It's all good.
Yeah, Barrett's just in the kitchen. He's making like a bunch of sweet stuff with Umbra, trying to make something that might cheer her up.
Umbra's making that classic stronger brew that he gives Alona frequently.
So obviously, do you want to take this up to her room?
Sure. She did say she might come down, but I can take it up to her.
Ilona's gonna come down wrapped in a blanket.
And here she is.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah. I was gonna say that. I was like, that's probably true.
I was gonna say it's a bit
It's a
early,
bit
but
on the
that isn't
nose.
it. I'm sorry.
Was it the horns that gave it away?
Yes, they're very beautiful.
Varys,
Yeah,
buddy, Q times. Okay, Q times.
Got it. Yeah. I'm just gonna go back to cooking, and he just puts his head down and starts cooking. He's just like whisking up some stuff with some bread and getting some jams ready.
Oh, looks like I prepared this for you.
Thank you.
I'll also grab some food.
Is anyone else not awake yet?
I believe everyone would be up and about, unless somebody doesn't want to be.
Cool. If everyone's there, Barrett's just gonna be like, so I know that obviously it's been a long 24 hours for everyone, but we need a plan. We can't really be stuck here for too long.
I agree. We should move as quickly as possible.
Well,
We should keep an eye on whoever that platoon was.
well, if we want to keep low, didn't some of you want to go to Casimir?
Don't we need to go to Skaldavik to warn the king
True.
about Barcel?
I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news, but given they were ahead of us the whole time, we've backtracked half the continent away. And we assume they've already taken over.
Or he's at least in Skaldavik.
Like, I'm not trying to be the bearer of bad news, it's just my assumption of it.
The
Don't we
king
also
had.
Need
The
to
king has a.
free-
Sorry.
Don't we need to free Tarvis from the Jotun brothers?
That is in Skaldavik.
Are you up for that alone?
The easiest way to get there would be to travel down the coast, but
Again,
that's gonna mean more Jotun brothers we have to fight.
We do have 2 dragons.
True.
it's not. Yeah.
Or we could take a boat.
Boat would be peaceful.
Assume it's not Jotun Brothers bound.
Most boats would be now. You'd be, oddly enough, you'd be less likely to find them you'd be less likely to get kidnapped in Skaldavik for trying to get a boat, due to how many there are.
So what are we thinking? Take the dragons? Or we take a boat? Or
I
we...
think we can't keep riding the dragons. It's gonna tire them out, and
And they need food and
it's really expensive or really hard for us to find the food for them, especially now that they are growing a lot older.
They're going to be eating more, requiring more food.
Yeah. You know, I think we could keep up with some of it, but it would eventually just get too much. I think the boat's probably the best option.
Sounds like an alright option to me.
The
And
only thing is, then is how are we getting our food from there? Because that means we have to buy all of it.
well, would
Why don't we just steal some form of barge with food rations already on it, and if there's anyone on the boat, take them out.
Do you know how to?
Maybe because we leave the city, we can convince them to give us a fully stocked boat.
this is a fishing port. I don't know how
Still
much.
fish. We could just get fishing poles if required.
It's more the kind of boat we'd be getting. Fishing boats don't generally need to do long trips to other continents.
True.
But if we're going to Skaldavik, we can just keep near the coastline.
True.
How many
And
people for that?
Thinggold and Ravnik both have docks. I mean, there's not really anyone there anymore, but the docks will be there.
And that's pretty close to the capital. So if we can take the boats down around there, we may have to make some stops along the way for food and supplies.
Mm, right.
The people here probably can't afford to give us too much.
If they can give us enough to get to...
To get to the next town, maybe.
Yeah, what's that?
Next town with the port.
Their goal or something like that?
Uh-huh.
There are a
Don't
few
know.
smaller ones between there, though. There's this one. There's a few
You-
more scattered.
Would you reckon they'd be up for trading? Just off of basic knowledge?
Yes, they will be. I've been there before.
Right, yeah.
I have pretty good relationships with most people on this side of Jötun.
Then it's settled, unless no one objects.
And this way it means if we are being followed, they can't exactly,
Sneak up on us.
well, not easily.
Mm-hmm.
How long
It gives us more time to rest too. I know we were kind of resting on our journey here, but I think we were really tense during it. This might be time for us to have a bit of a reset.
I say, take what, like, take some things to do while on the voyage. Fishing poles, or anything like that. Anything that you want to do while on the voyage to just pass the time. I say, bring with us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess maybe we should go shopping today, get some stuff, and leave by this afternoon. I mean, I don't want to rush this too much, but at the same time, now that we have a goal, there's no point waiting around.
Right, yeah. Does
Okay.
everyone experience?
Shouldn't we figure out who's going to take care of our keep?
Well, we could leave our friends, couldn't we?
I'll go to...
Like who?
The friends that helped us from your old gang.
They're not exactly friends. We got them to stop fighting. That's not the same as making friends with them.
But I may as well have them here, right? Like,
The Silver Hand?
would they not have their own things to be doing?
Well, I'm guessing that they lost most of their headquarters from the Jotun brothers. They can just stay here.
I mean, it's not like we actually spend that much time in the keep.
I doubt we'll be coming back here for a while. If ever.
I mean, we'll come back. I don't know if we have to start thinking about forever.
I think we have a lot of journey ahead of us.
And if we're going to Casimir, it'll probably be a while before we come back anyway.
Who was the people who who helped us take back our keep?
Julian,
Julian
and Myrna.
and
Silverhand, yeah.
Merida. Yeah, well, we talked to them, see if they would like to take care of our keep while we're gone.
You track down Julian first. As difficult as it is to track him down, seeing as he can change his appearance at will, he looks you up and down. What, are you being serious?
Yes, we are.
Alright.
We need some.
We asked them too much?
Well, our headquarters were mostly destroyed in the original attack, and this would give us a good place to kind of launch pad off until you guys have returned. Yeah, we'll do that for you.
Right here.
You guys are returning, right?
Yes.
We're hoping to.
Alright, even
And
if we
there's-
rebuild our old headquarters, we'll keep this place up and cleaned up for you for when you get back. You did us a great favour, and we won't forget it.
And we won't forget this. We appreciate what you're doing for us as of this afternoon and tomorrow and so on.
He just gives you a nod.
Right, yeah.
Can we say goodbye to Terrence?
Of course. It'd be rude to leave without saying goodbye.
You all head back over to the Flying Horn, and Terrence is there giving directions to all of the new staff that he's acquired, and sees you lot as you walk through the door. My most loyal patrons, how can I be of service?
We're here to say goodbye.
I understand. Adventure taking you across the continent, is it?
Yes.
But then I wish you all luck. And who knows, maybe we'll meet in some random bar. And maybe next time we meet they'll have legs.
Alona just goes and hugs him. Thank you for being kind to me, Terrence.
He hugs you back fiercely and just says, "It is alright, my child. I understand what it's like to be different and to have secrets. You are always welcome in my bar."
When you're in Etheria, you should seek out the Mizrali jewel crafters.
I will.
Tell them that Mavakar Mizrali is alive.
I will.
Bye, Terrence.
Goodbye, Ilona.
Wow, this is a bit sad.
There's a little bit.
Well, I guess we've got to go to like the dock now to see if we can get a shipped.
Yeah. Certainly should.
Alright, so what size boat are you looking for?
Something probably medium. I
So
mean, there's 9 of us, so we don't have to get like too many assistants on the ship if we help move it. But
Alright.
has anyone been on a boat before?
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
Xander has.
What do you need for a boat?
Well, hopefully we can find a boat size where we can use the sails instead of rowing, because rowing sucks ass.
You're not wrong with that one.
So,
Tarvis, you can't by any chance control the wind.
No, sorry.
I've heard tales of air genasi that work on boats in Ray and Casimir, and they make the boats really fast.
I'm sorry. Most I can really do is. The thing I'm most comfortable with is the electricity, and I'll just create like little sparks out of my hand. The slowing people's fall and making people float is new, but I haven't been able to do anything with the wind.
Maybe I could figure something out with Orbison and tides.
Hopefully.
we can keep the tides and the oceans calmer. We'd be able to move a lot smoother.
Is that his domain?
I mean, he controls the moon, right?
Yeah, moon controls tides, but
But
whether the case or not, I don't know. I don't know the full extent of his power.
Can't help to try, right?
Certainly can't.
Alright, heading down to the docks, you find a variety of ships at your disposal. You got a couple of smaller single-mast vessels that are completely open-topped, there's no coverings or anything. You got some longer ones that have a small, sort of enclosed area, looks like it could be a bedding area of some sort, and you got some even larger ones again that have a couple of levels to them.
oh, what are we all thinking? This is probably gonna be.
For a medium class ship, how much would that set us back?
So if you're looking at something that has just the small enclosed space, you'd be looking at around 1,000 gold. Anything larger would be easily 2, 3, 4,000 gold.
Oof.
Is right.
How much money does everyone have?
Not that much.
Not enough to cover my weekly beers.
I was hoping to have gone and bought another one of those Pokeball things, but I have some stash stuff stuck aside. It's only this much, and he puts 400 gold onto the table.
Alona, if you
only.
check your pockets, you'll notice that Terrence has given you a pouch of gold.
Who?
Terrence.
Me?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh. What is this?
Inside the gold pouch, there is a pile of platinum.
I think we're good, guys.
Oh yeah,
There's
that means
about-
I can buy the Pokeballs.
There's about 300 platinum in there.
Sorry, can someone convert that to gold for me?
That's like 3,000 gold.
Oh.
Well,
Should we get
But-
slightly larger.
Correct.
Tyler looks at the gold and is just like, "Oh, I knew I should have robbed that man."
I'm sorry, that's funny.
That's your boss, bud.
Hey, this is the player that's laughing, not the character. Hey, Terrence is a good man. Don't do that. Don't think like that.
So, what could we get for 3,000 gold?
You could get a rather nice, large ship, 2-mast, 2 sail per mast. It's in 2 levels. The main deck with a little bit of barding, which is the armor that you get on ships, going up to a captain's deck, which has the wheel, has some sail control up top there. In underneath that higher section is what looks to be a captain's quarters with a table for maps, various other storage spaces. Going down below deck, there are 2 more levels. One that is filled with hammocks, and below that, plenty of storage space.
Do we need sailors for this one?
We probably would need at least a crew of 5 or 6, with all of us involved as well.
Yeah, do you mind if I ask a quick question about logistics?
Yeah, sure.
Is it possible that we just, instead of straight up buying a boat, which that's what I'm thinking is going through, why don't we just rent one, or at least pay someone to like be a ferry sort of thing? I understand it's a long way, but
It might cost more, I'd say, probably for a voyage that long.
Also,
And also-
trying to avoid the Jotun brothers.
Also, the fact that we'd need to hire enough crew for them to take it back, as well.
fair enough.
Yeah.
I just
Which,
thought I'd ask.
out of character, we also do have the winery that we got the deed to ages ago.
Yeah.
That has another 30 platinum.
300 gold. Nice.
Do we need someone to convert this for us? Or will anyone accept platinum?
No, anyone accepts platinum. It's part of the main currency.
I have Elytrum.
It's like the
Electrum
100
pieces are like, nobody uses that.
It's $100 bill.
That's what a platinum coin is.
Well, if you think
Yeah.
about it, like,
This is
gold's $100. Platinum is basically like slapping down $1,000 note. Electrum's like a 50. You know, that's the type of conversion you'd be looking at.
So the electrons are 20, silver's 10, copper's 5.
No,
Yikes.
Electrum's a 50. Electrum's a 50 because it's 2 Electrum per gold.
Oh, my bad. So we don't have a $5 note. Good to know.
So yeah. Are you guys looking at getting this ship or doing one of the smaller ones? What are you looking to do?
We could go for a small one that we can crew ourselves, and then just have enough room to sleep in, like a room. I feel like that would be enough.
You gonna get cooped up?
Oh, hey, that's what I did coming from Casman.
And we'll need people to stay up at night anyway.
Yeah. I say we get the bigger one plus the crew of 6 to 8 or so. Or we can ask. Oh well. I don't know. Forget I said anything.
So are you deciding on the bigger one?
Okay.
Yep.
Either that or the medium one, I'd say.
Well, do we want something we can just pilot ourselves? That way, then we don't need to worry about whether they're spying on us or not.
Would the medium one be able to Would the medium one be able to go to other continents?
Depending on how rough the sea was.
I think
Or
the
Is
if
there-
large
they
one
wanna be
would be
certain.
better.
Is there one we could get which is a smaller boat but still has double masts for open ocean?
Hmm.
You'd be looking more in longship style boats, but even then, the rarity of a double mast longboat is pretty high. But again, that is mostly a single level vehicle with a storage level below the main deck.
I think considering we're planning on going to Casimir, we should get the bigger boat.
It'd be a, we'll say, wiser investment.
And then we have employees.
Even then, if we need to get new crew hands, if we do take out the Jotun brothers, there'd be a lot of people looking for work.
Well, new crew would be appreciated. So I think we go for the bigger one.
The bigger one would be 3,000 gold.
Sold.
The boat merchant looks at you all like, just nods. All right. Sure. He has all of this money in his hands. Is like, usually people pay in installments, but I appreciate you. He goes and puts the money in a safe and returns. All right, here is the deed to your ship, and hands. He would hand Xander a scroll of parchment. Here are all of the keys. Hands you over a ring of about 5 different keys, and he goes through each of them, explaining which ones unlock what doors and etc. And something that you need to know is that there is a hidey hole in the captain's quarters. You can store money, whatever you want in there. It's just hidden away in one of the wall panels. If you just use a dagger to pry open it, you'll be totally fine. I'll show you where it is. And he leads you onto the ship and shows you where this hiding spot is.
Quick question. If he's leading everyone to the ship, can I go and try and steal the gold back?
You sure can. How stealthy are you wanting to be?
I mean, like, I don't want to get caught here, but like, I'm
Don't
not,
do it. Don't,
like,
Don't do it.
don't do it.
it's a lot of gold. Like,
We can always get more from the Jotun brothers. Like, we just them.
And our winery as well. Like.
fine. Okay, I don't steal the gold. I just go with them. Fine.
Barrett's already 3 steps ahead, being like, "We're not stealing the gold back." What?
Thomas and Zed is having to drag Celadrin away.
No, up off the ground.
Just put him on your shoulders.
I was getting like carried out of the office.
No, the gold! It's mine!
Okay, sorry, Reese. Please continue.
Yeah, he shows you where this secret compartment is, and he just looks at you like, now, is there anything else that you need while you're here?
Small crew, 6 to 8 people.
Have you got any fishing rods?
Yeah,
Well,
fishing.
how many people would it take to cruise this ship?
I'm sure the 9 of you would do just fine. However, if you wanted a night crew, I'd say at least another 4 or 5.
Would you know anyone who's looking for work currently?
Yes, we got Ben, we got Alfie, Tiberius maybe. And Percival. That's just off the top
What's
of my head.
their- How much would they set us back?
How big of a trip are you planning?
Here to Skolderview?
I would say about 20 gold apiece.
Well, that's not.
You know, paying labor, paying for food, all of that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. What do you reckon, guys? I'll turn to the group and say that.
Seems worth it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
Just means more
Yeah,
friendship.
Do it, lad.
80 gold?
Yeah. Right, yeah. If you can, well, where are they? Should we go and fetch them, or should you fetch them?
Oh,
We should
I'll go
probably-
fetch them. They can be ready by this afternoon.
We should probably talk to them before we hire them.
That might be a smart decision.
Rightio, Tarvis. Take some of the group if you want, and go bust them out, basically. And the rest of us, I reckon we should go start getting prepared for this voyage, like food.
To say Umbra and I can go shop, and I've got some other stuff to pick up anyway. So
Yeah,
I'll go with others.
Food shopping will set you back 10 gold to get you to the next town. That is enough for more than a week's worth.
can I do 15 just to make sure that we're definitely set if
Yeah,
anything
absolutely.
arises? 15, and it means I can get more flavorful things too.
Yeah.
Gonna take us to
Tarvis.
Flavor Town.
Tarvis, Zoldan, and whoever else is coming with you. You suss out Ben, Alfie, Tiberius, and Percival, and they seem to be decent enough folk. Percival, in particular, is looking a little thin. Tiberius has a bit of an air of arrogance about him, like he knows what he's doing on the ship better than anyone. But with a few words, you put him in his place. And Ben and Alfie, they just look like they're happy to be there.
Can I do some form of like insight roll to see if they're in a sense padding the resume?
Yeah, go for it.
14.
Tiberius, definitely. The air of arrogance that he has is definitely fake arrogance. He thinks within himself that he is really good at this, but he's also like completely unsure of himself. It's not the confidence of I know I'm good at this. It's like I should be good at this. We got this, right? It's that kind of vibe.
Alright.
I'd like to relay that once we're finished talking with them.
I guess, do we bring them back to meet the rest of the party?
I mean, I guess so. I don't see why not.
It's not. It's more than just us two's decision. There, we'll
Alona would have
Well-
stayed on the boat.
we'll lead them back to the party so that so we can make a final decision. Congratulations, you made it to the second round of interviews.
Tiberius kind of bucks him like, oh yeah, so there's a second round, is there?
You
Well,
passed
you
the
have
five
no
stage.
idea. You have no idea.
Yeah, you're gonna. There's more than just the two of us you need to impress. So.
You gotta impress a 7-foot barbarian man.
Oh, right. Okay. Sure. We can do that, right?
Flaming-
I'm sorry, did you say flaming sword?
Yeah, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I also have a magic sword, and I'll make my sword appear.
You see him kind of jump back, and Percy almost looks bored.
board.
I like Percy.
You seem a little uninterested there, Percy. Is there anything worrying you, or no?
I mean, with what we've all been through in the past few days or so, I suppose a magical sword is really not the most groundbreaking thing we've seen. Plus, I saw this man fight.
That's fair.
Well, how many boats have you been on in the past?
Well,
That's just a question to all of them.
they all respond with varying answers between 5 and 15. You feel like Tiberius is really patting the resume. He's like, I've been on 15 boats, much larger than this vessel we see in front of us. And that sort of talk.
Can I take an insight to be like, to try to gauge how old he is?
Yeah, sure.
I've already told him that he's padding his resume. Like,
Yeah, it's
I've
just
already
more.
told Tarvis.
It's more an
that
age
specifically.
check.
Yeah, this is more just 11.
Okay, he looks like he's about mid-20s.
So it's kind of sus for him to.
Oh, absolutely.
Can I rock up and just like
The ground shakes.
Slams the door shut.
In walks Xander.
Muscles rippling at the seams.
I'm just here to check in, wondering how everything's going.
These other recruits, mixed bag, but so far seem like decent people.
Right. Cool.
What would you do if faced with Dread Pirate Roberts?
Dread Pirate Roberts, you say? I guess we'd man the cannons and we'd try and shoot down his ship. And Percival responds, or, you know, we could just fire at them from a distance. We really don't need to get involved. But if he's bearing down on us, you know, we are open cause of negotiations, and if that doesn't work, we obviously turn to fisticuffs. It's a whole thing.
Is Tiberius the
Say
one
fisticuffs.
Is that not what
Is
it's
it
called?
is it Tiberius the one that's padding his resume?
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Can I get fairly close to Tiberius? I'm like, you bullshitting me here, boy.
What? I do not know what you're talking about, sir. I've definitely done this sort of work before.
I don't know about you guys, but I don't think he's being honest.
All
I'm
right,
really bad at
fine.
telling lies.
I've been on like
I-
3 boats before.
3. This size or smaller?
Mostly fishing vessels, but I know how to trim the sails and, you know, all of that sort of thing. I do know this stuff, it's just, this is probably the largest boat I've been on.
I'm gonna stand back up and move out of his personal space, and I'm gonna go, see? That's all you had to do, mate, was tell the truth.
And he just kind of deflates a little bit, he's like, I suppose you're right.
Lying gets you nowhere, or it gets you killed.
Or lots of gold.
Alone at the trying to make a point.
Sorry.
For the record, Tiberius, we all knew, even Tarvis, and he can't see for shit.
He just kind of deflates even more at those words, like, all right.
You didn't need to say that last bit, Zolan.
I'm sorry, but it's true.
Am I still hired?
It's truthful.
Just because it's the truth doesn't mean you need to say it aloud.
Yeah,
Right?
words hurt, you know.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I make mistakes. I'll admit to it.
Right. Okay.
So, okay, as a party, are we hiring them?
I'm gonna confirm with Percy just for a sec. Percy, are you okay to help Tiberius? Well, the three of you, really, more. So, are you able to help Tiberius learn the ropes while we're on the sea?
I mean, absolutely. I'm more than capable of doing that sort of thing. Would you want me to?
Just keep an eye on him, check up on him every now and then, and just keep an open mind to questions if questions arise.
All right, I can do that.
Right. Well then, you four are part of our crew.
Are we paying them like half now and then half when we get to Skoldovic?
That sounds like a fair deal.
All right, and you see them all kind of light up at the thought of being paid a little bit, and they all beg leave so they can go collect their belongings and get any supplies that they would require before setting off.
Oh, let me tell you the story of the last guy I paid. Real funny.
I don't know if that was funny. That was
Uh,
kind of stressful.
It was fun.
if we all assume what's happening here. Don't.
We're not.
Fine.
They're our crew. We don't kill them.
I'm never gonna kill them. I was
Down.
going to give them early severance pay.
Soldrin.
That's kill them.
Soldrin.
Do you mean severance was in their head?
I never specified what was gonna be severed. So.
All right.
You see a glint of amusement in
Christ.
Percival's eye as he's just watching this exchange.
Oh, Christ almighty, boys.
Does
Christ.
Thomas do that at all?
I don't know, does Thomas see it?
You didn't need to pull me into this.
Hey, you said you liked him.
No, I don't.
No, he does not. So yes, your crew take the rest of the day to collect their supplies, and they all come back with various hodgepodge pieces of armors and weapons. You see Percival has strapped across his chest a strange-looking stick-like weapon.
Is it a musket?
It is a gun of some kind.
Yay, weaponry.
You see Tiberius, he's holding a quarterstaff, which it looks like he's tried to sharpen at one end. Ben and Alfie both have rapiers that they're holding, and they're all in hodgepodge leather armors.
Oh, if you guys want, we have some studded leather at the keep.
I
Are we
wouldn't
really
say
gonna
no
walk
to some
back to
studded
the
leather.
keep?
Yeah, we got like heaps of good stuff. Actually, we should bring it with us anyway.
Bring. Not all of it, because the silver hand's gonna need some.
Oh, that's true. Hey. But it's up to them. Do you guys want any extra armor or anything?
Bring 4 sets. Total.
Yeah.
That should be plentiful.
Zenda, did you
Yeah.
want to show Tiberius how to sharpen his quarterstaff?
I might as well. I pull out my dad. I guess I show him. Do I need to roll for that?
I'll say no. You take the time to show him how to properly sharpen it into a point, and he's turned his quarterstaff into some sort of makeshift spear that he can still, use as a quarterstaff, but it has a sharp end that he can use to stab and poke if he needs to.
Reese, is it all good if I just talk to you throughout the week and we agree with some stuff that I've bought for the trip?
Yeah, of course. I suppose that is as good as any point to finish up for the evening, though, unless you guys want to keep playing.
I mean, public holiday tomorrow.
Can I say hi to Ben and Alfie? We haven't said hi to them yet.
Sure. So Ben and Alfie, one of them's got long curly brown hair, and the other's got a more of a blonde, short hair complexion going, and they both just kind of look at you guys, and like, hi.
Can we assume this is your first trip?
No, we've been on ships before. It's just, you know, this is sort of the largest one we've been on, and we're kind of just, you know, taking it all in. And you guys are mighty fierce.
I like these guys a lot.
Do any of you know how to paint?
Alfie sticks his hand up and was like, I know how to paint.
Would I be able to commission you to paint a portrait of all of us across this voyage?
Of course. Absolutely. You're in
I'll
luck,
pay for your
actually.
supplies.
And he grins and is like, fantastic.
Anything you want. High quality. And then I'll buy you some at the end just for your own enjoyment.
Fantastic. Absolutely. I'll get right on that.
They say we're a fierce bunch as they look around and see the 7-foot dude at the helm.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Darren and I are very unassuming.
Yep.
To be fair, you guys have some pretty sick weapons.
I don't have anything.
You have clubs wrapped in metal, dude.
And they're also
bet.
enchanted.
But compared to a flaming sword or two,
That's true.
my bad.
I don't open carry.
That's true, you don't.
Is there anything that you guys wanted for your hobbies and stuff that I can pick up while shopping?
Basically for me it was just a fishing pole.
Yeah.
And some bait.
Yeah.
That was about the extent for me.
If
I'll
we
just
get
get
a
a,
couple fishing poles.
Yeah, get like 5, and then I'll also get a bait net.
Hell yeah, I can teach people to fish.
I'll say all up, that'll cost you about 2 gold.
I'm not on my PC. I'm making toasted ham sandwiches.
That's all good.
I'll just use my clubs in the rafters as a pull-up pole
Sure.
more than anything.
Fine idea.
If you don't mind me asking, Reese.
Yep.
Do you mind if I get some form of? Would it be a strength of like the impossible pull-up thing I showed you a couple weeks ago at the gym where I've got like
Oh, yeah.
I put the pole on a doorway or something and lift myself effectively with one arm while pushing myself down with the other.
Yeah, if you were to continuously train that over the course of your voyage, I'd say that's actually an increase by 1 point in your strength.
Oh, cool. I did not expect that. I'll take it.
Because it'll take you roughly a week to get to the first major town.
Yep.
Alright. Are we doing anything else with the session, or is that a good ending point?
I think that's a good ending point.
Yeah. We've done a fair bit.
You've done
Yeah,
a lot.
We sail into the horizon.
Alright.
Dun, dun, dun.
As the sun sets, your new vessel sails off and into the south for the next leg of your journey. But thank you guys so much for playing. Thank you everyone for watching, and we'll see you all next week.